Welcome back. This is News in Focus. My name is Faraz Patel. We say Jazakallah to you for staying with us here on Hilaal TV, DSTV channel 347. Now, last night, as many of you saw across social media, Israel carried out a heinous massacre against displaced Palestinians sheltering at the Aqsa Martyrs Hospital in Deir-Al-Balah, central Gaza. Videos shared by activists and journalists captured harrowing scenes in the immediate aftermath of the bombing, which killed and wounded scores of Palestinians. According to medical sources, the attack resulted in at least 4 fatalities, including a woman and a child, while about 40 others sustained serious injuries. Many of the victims suffered severe burns, with some bodies charred beyond recognition. Now, one of those who witnessed it last night, who is based in Deir-Al-Balah, I'd like to welcome Al Jazeera's digital journalist, Maram Humaid. Maram, assalamu alaikum. Shukran so much for joining us. You join us via WhatsApp, of course. There is a lot of connectivity issues within that part of Gaza right now. We say shukran to you for joining us.
Thanks for having me. Thank you.
Maram, I want to start off with this post that you put on Instagram. I've never felt such profound hatred for a day as I do, October the 13th, 2024. Talk to us about just what had happened last night. When this attack happened, the devastation that occurred within those surrounding areas of Aqsa Martyrs Hospital.
Yeah. So last night we woke up to the sounds of bombing inside Al-Aqsa Hospital, which is the only remaining hospital operating in the middle area of the Gaza Strip. So that strike bombed tents inside Al-Aqsa Hospital, where thousands of people are taking shelter since the past year of the war. The bomb sparked a huge fire inside the hospital. Tents were we have seen horrific scenes of people who were burned alive, and this resulted on the killing, as you said, 4 people, and 40 people who were injured, including 15 of them with severe injuries and with burns from the 3rd degree.
Maram, are you still there?
So it was a horrific incident. People. Hello,
Maram, please do continue. We are here. Okay, we seem to have lost Maram there. We are going to try and get her again. I think just listening to her, it really is a moment which there, and I think we have Maram back. Maram, we seem to have lost you there. Are you able to continue? Okay, we're going to try and get Maram Humaid back to try and give us a detailed explanation as to what had happened last night, but just the visuals itself. Some of them, of course, are a bit too graphic to show on air. I think we have Maram back. Maram, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
No problem. We just lost you there but Maram, you were saying that when this attack had happened, it really reminded everyone about, what had happened in Rafah just 5 months ago.
Yeah, actually, this is not the first time when Israel targeted the hospital and targeting the school. Like in the same day of what happened last night, a few hours before the incident of targeting Al-Aqsa, they targeted a school sheltering thousands of people, and that attack resulted in the killing of 22 people and injuring more than 50 people. So you are talking about a daily crimes being committed against people, and I guess, and in a places that's supposed to be a safe zones like schools, like hospitals, and it's been a flag, like it's been a well-known reality of this war, that Israel is targeting the most sensitive places, which is hospital that hosts the patients, the displaced people, the journalists, and it's known as a civilian places. But unfortunately, this wasn't the first time to Al-Aqsa hospital to be targeted. This is the seventh time of the repeated targeting of Al-Aqsa. The last one was before just 1 week ago, when our colleague, the cameraman of Al Jazeera, was severely injured in his head, and until now he needs a medical treatment and he need to be transferred. And then today, last night, it was the one of the most horrific and the most difficult attacks on Al-Aqsa hospital that really was scary. Today I visited the scene, and I heard the testimonies of the families who were just living beside what happened, and their tents were burned. Many of them woke up to the sound of the bombing, and they saw the flames of fire being like falling upon their heads. So they escaped death literally. And that's why you can see the big numbers of people who were injured, and you are talking now about 15 people who are suffering burns from the third degree. So it's really dangerous, and this putting their lives at high risks with the low and the weak capabilities of the hospitals in Gaza after the ongoing war that's been ongoing since the past year.
Maram, you're not just a journalist, you're also a mother, you're a wife. I mean, your youngest child is just turned 1, if I stand to be corrected, a few months ago. How are you able to separate not just your work, but also that of your personal life? Because this hits you personally. If anyone goes onto Maram's social media, she's had to evacuate from where she is right now in
Yeah.
Deir-Al-Balah. It would be forgiven to say that it's not that difficult, because it is very difficult. Because you're not just
Yeah.
doing your job, you now have to look after your family at the same
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, it's beyond difficult. This year is one of the most difficult year for me and for the whole Gazans, and for me, because when the war started, my baby was only 2 months. He's in need for constant, presence of mother, constant care, a lot of care. And I was just busy between the news and between reporting the news. And what made the things worse was this being displaced from our home back in Gaza City to the south of Gaza, and then our home was bombed and we lost everything. And now, since the past year, we are living in Deir-Al-Balah displaced, and many times we faced the forced displacement even in Deir-Al-Balah after the evacuation orders that issued for the people here 2 months ago. And I'm just, it's a big struggle to to make any balance between your personal life, your personal duty as a mother, and also as a journalist, with this flowing and huge number of stories and reports that I need to cover and to report on. And this has been, the case for the number, like the several colleagues I'm working with since the past year. They are working tirelessly without taking any day off. Just we are just reporting all the time, and every minute there is a targeting, there is a bombing, there is um, people being killed and targeted and hospitals and areas and homes. And this is, adds to our own feelings of being a target one day. No one is exception. No one is feeling safe or scared of what is going on. Every one of us is expecting that at any moment he or she may lose his or her own life or her beloved one's life at any moment, at any place. So it's really scary. It's really unbelievable. It's really unbelievable and unbearable to face all of these difficulties during the past year non-stop, without anyone calling to stop this craziness against civilians. And Israel is claiming that they are targeting Hamas. They are trying to stop Hamas. And no, it's a total an open war against civilians, where are the first numbers of people who are being killed are from women and from children. And this is what, at least this is what I'm witnessing in during my reporting journey throughout the past year. I'm reporting and bodies of women and just innocent people and kids who are being targeted and being killed in the Israeli attacks. And as I told you, it's a hospital. It's a hospital that being targeted. It's like home. It's a home. It's a school that sheltering people who were displaced from their lands, from their homes multiple times. I reported on many cases that they were displaced from the areas along the Gaza Strip more than 11 to 12 times. First they started their journey out of the north of Gaza after the evacuation orders in October 13 last year, and then they issued to Nusayrat, and then to Deir-Al-Balah and in the middle area, and then they went to Rafah, and then
Maram,
they.
Maram, sorry, I have to just get one question in. We are running a bit out of time. You
Yeah.
end off your post by saying, we will never forget, we will never forgive. I listened to, obviously I saw Hussam Shabat's post. Bisan's post also saying that, Bisan Oda, saying that this is as difficult as it has ever gotten. In 1 minute, Maram, how does one justify this is not a genocide? Because people continue to say it's not a genocide, when it's clear this is an open genocide, as you've mentioned, against the citizens, the residents of Gaza. I have 1 minute only, Maram. I'll give you that to complete.
I can't express my feelings when I hear anyone saying that this is not a genocide. But imagine that the numbers of people who were killed so far in Gaza, it's up to 40,000 people. So this number is enough to fill a whole playground. So imagine this number of people who've been killed, and then you can talk about is it a genocide or is it a war crime? It's really unfair to and unjust to hear such things from the word analysis. And I think that this is because of their bias with the Israeli. Must we call to allow the international journalists, the foreign media to report on what is going on, and let the numbers speak up. Let the photos speak up. I am sure that we Palestinian journalists excelled in doing and performing our jobs and convincing the world it's a genocide. But what is still, send your journalists to Gaza and see the reality on the ground.
Maram Humaid, shukran so much for joining us here on News in Focus. Please do take care of yourself, you along with your family.
Thank you.
May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for you, inshallah. Ameen. And Jazakallah so much for joining us. Wassalam.
Thank you. Salam.
That's Maram Humaid, based in Deir-Al-Balah. She's an Al Jazeera digital journalist. Up next, over the weekend, former Finance Minister Tito Mboweni of course, passed on. I'm going to be speaking to Kevin Lings to talk about the time that he was the finance minister. How did he perform, especially at a time of the COVID-19? Do stay tuned. We'll be back after this break.